Wind strike. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? Time to go.
Traveler, Paimon, it's been a long time.
Oh, hey, Hoishin! Long time no see! Fancy meeting you here.
Thanks to the help of people, but I've been feeling...
Huh? What's wrong?
Nothing specific, he's always said. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yen. He seems very fond of you, too.
Sure, let's...
Adventure time!
Uncle Tien, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome, Hoishin. I heard that you've been traveling all over the place. Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry, I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my... I am still...
How difficult is...
Oh, historically, we also want to keep any perspective to... For these reasons, the income...
So in other words, you pick someone.
Correct. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to...
Oh?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer.
It's Yeon!
Jackpot. Uncle Tien here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be a
What do you think? Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
All right then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle...
Huh?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates...
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Oh, and... You're all set?
Uncle Tien seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound hard. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their name... Chinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Try to keep all that in mind.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhiyi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
I'll protect us.
Thank you. So, are you buying or not?
Let the show begin. Go, Barbara, go! Go, Barbara, go!
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get... I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time.
Oh, I mean...
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's...
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big... Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying...
Fine.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. Mm-hmm. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, Let me run you through I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs and... In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person... I'll be waiting off to the side. Just... Finished?
Almost.
Finished, huh?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have it. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessed. I trust you've read through my manifesto?
Mind your tone.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a cloud retainer. You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the... With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please.
I'm, Mingbo. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, my current work is related to urban
Is it just time?
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to...
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways. And you might reach...
How do you plan to determine whether you are right?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues... If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
He seems like a great guy.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable, but he is very proud. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very
Perfect summary.
Last but not least, Yi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But What really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhi take the position.
Great!
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Everyone is working super hard. We should be too. Let's dance!
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Zhi...
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list. Those three candidates, but Shen Wei.
Whoa! So
Shen Wei was... We first met while fishing. Zhi came from... He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing. Quite. And now the young are...
I don't know, Uncle Tien.
Oh, you.
sounds like you sure love
Ooh, there's nothing...
fresh fish soup.
Doesn't it? When we've been fishing recently, Churrio, that flavor makes for a fond memory.
Ooh, combine.
Let's get back to...
Had you not had this decision, remember,
Understood. Come on.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tien. So, his manifesto was written well, and he's the...
Easy. Let's not rush. There's...
Huh? So, are you gonna...
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. For example,
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they?
did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me as my trusted assistants. They are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various Shanghua is a business expert who gets his
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance.
Nothing can take that guy.
Shanghua, visit all.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Jur-E. Well, obviously. Let's go to the docks first.
If we're looking for him, he does business.
That.
What's Bulai doing here today?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't if you won't take him, I'll just...
Okay. Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get...
Actually,
Juri, I've heard a story. One of his neighbors, he returned cruelty...
he sounds like a...
Why are you asking about him anyway? Well then, in that case...
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Lin Long. Come on, let's try not to let him see.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes...
What's the hurry? Don't get too close, or he'll see you. Try not to let him see you.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now and then. He fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your stamp. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me. Jerry seems to get along really well. Are you satisfied?
We shouldn't jump to conclude.
Wait, you're not.
Maybe I am. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go!
Time to go.
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmonger.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We've heard about this young man called Jur-E who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard.
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity.
Ah, yes, Jur-E. He's been making quite a name for himself. Apparently, he had a... How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you...
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be...
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but his catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit...
That sounds fantastic.
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Time to go.
Here to buy some fish? It's You better hurry. When
Hello, we're from...
Wow!
Society for...
Please, don't worry. We've heard about a...
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive. It's not like...
You'd rather he didn't know...
Well, I think he has... nobody's perfect.
I see.
Not a problem.
The more times...